stick a fork in it. We're in the fortune, but for him, this isn't fortunate. One hit, have him stiff as a corpse, the rigor mortis hit. Before this kid was born, I built this scene on some brick and mortar shit, and that ain't even going out on a limb like a Christmas ornament. That's why you dug me so hard, spent so long hiding, but I'ma show y'all why I finally broke our silence. They tried to book this battle 4 times. Don't start lying. So why am I just meat and cheese like a low-carb diet? Putting nerdy concepts over songs you've stolen because you're stupid. I should have given you an education sooner. You know what rhymes with self-deprecating humor? What? It'll never make you cooler. I bet that he's self-destructive, insecure, but never felt reluctant to reflect another person's image because in his own he felt disgusted. But if you think his shit's creative and wonder how the hell he does it, simple. Chedda's cut from the mold of someone else's substance. Because once you finally be yourself, you'll be completely set free. But while you're stuck trying to be someone else, you'll always lose to someone else who's trying to be the next me. The guy's known as Cheddar Cheese, but his name's Shay Roger. That's way softer. You're what would come out if a bully shoved Sharon and Kid Twist in the same locker. You said you were gonna teach me about becoming a man, but that ain't the goddamn truth. Because I could learn more about being a man from your bitch who pulled a Glock on you. Fired. Watch every branch of the fam of QP get clipped, even his grams in a bag since the mood seems fit. So how much weight do you think that QP flips? Barely an ounce of pride left after we lose 3 zip. Time. QP's biography. It begins in his past days, from the jungle, before the jungle could give him that rap stage. Now the first 95% of the story isn't all that strange, but it really starts to get weird if you skip to the back page. Yep. Quentin, you have AIDS. Any secret? He thought jumping from body to body, quantum could leap it. But be careful how you talking to me, bitch, or after this, QP not gonna mean shit but quadriplegic. Quentin, stop it. You went from being one of the freshest in the scene, the inventor of the schemes, to watching back your own intervention on this screen. Time to take advice from that other member of your team, because everybody here agrees. QP's better when he's clean. Time. P's and Q's. But see, you know there's a problem. You know there's a problem with the way you're being Q when even your own kids don't like being accused of being Q's. I'll still leave y'all assured you get my top performance, whether it's your first or 15th time that you saw the Saurus. Even if you're not familiar with him, neither am I, so it's not important. I brought a sword because I thought Pistorius when they said I'd get an Oscar for this. Sorry, TUMI, you worked so hard to achieve the wrong dream, not knowing it's way different than when you see me on screen. So tell your people back home, get to grieving y'all's king, because when it comes to eating, I'm Edie, You can feel your bones breaking, getting slapped around and flattened now. I took it to a new degree. I'm a master now, cap and gown. The second I heard this Somali pirate was back in town, I told him, look at me. I am the captain now. Different once the show starts, fuck it. I'm out for blood. If money's owed, become a loan shark. Now I'm sure that you're the man back home and you running those parts, but here, you Bullet's African cousin, 100 blow darts. I'll put this bitch in the ground, then put an end to his hype. You shouldn't be on this card. That's a memory wipe. Get decked with a right that takes away what's left of your sight, or play God like Akon. Let there be light. Nothing scientific, it's just our quality of life is different. So when you take this lesson home with you, you're more than likely dying with it. This guy is finished, so past peak, the most antique, you just got your old ass beat back to Mozambique. Time. Anyways, fam, back to dunks. Let's exchange hands, get them taped. I'm the MMA heavyweight champ. You'll get Broke down and bagged up, 28 grams. I brought more fire for dunks than NBA Jam. Tarantino. Greeley was already dead. You're someone I've barely seen though, but it's still suicide for this replacement Joker, you're Jared Leto. Man, half machine, do something I haven't seen. They brought the two-time champ to contest dunks. I'm Zach LaVine. I can't be beat, but each round I work new techniques out. My freestyle is fire, like keep out of reach now. I met his girlfriend, and that pussy got beat down, cause when I see dunks misses, I bring down that rebound. I only speak in my mind to keep you in line, so change your name from Dunks to Almost, but he's really trying. I've only seen pussy like this 3 different times, but you're a bigger one than Cursor, Rates, and Greeley combined. I'll do Dunk's mad promo, but he doesn't get the picture like an untagged photo. Tie both legs to my left arm. Keep one hand solo while still leave Dunks on his chest like the Jumpman logo. Smack dudes usually ain't my best battles, but on paper I got this bitch's number. How you like them apples? Left tackle. Off the right edge, I might get past you. Right, left jab, or Ric Flair knife edge slap you. Y'all can watch me turn this bird to turkey bacon strips. I'll black out and blow a fuse. That's a circuit breaker switch. This is the perfect stage to kill you. It's practically your Boston crowd. So I brought Nomar, that long nose for a short stop in town. Get the tables. You getting mangles. You don't scheme about nothing. You must be high off the glass trying to rebound something. You about to catch a beat down, has all of Beantown jumping, then put the bowl between his eyes like D. Brown dunking. I told you all, I think outside the box. This match is fuego. Times have changed, but my past is one you can't erase though. From snapping ankles to cracking safes and snatching bankrolls, I played a small part in everything like Danny Trejo. There's fools saying I've gotten careless with this ring, but it's not a marriage. You got embarrassed? Don't worry, be happy. Bob McFerrin. I'm the only law that there is. Bumping I shot the sheriff while I put 2 holes in your chief like Robert Parrish. Does Team Gully really want a war? No is the short answer. A bunch of bench warmers talk about pitching. That's sports banter. You poor fans got these Jeezy bums lowering your standards, and we're the only ones who can pick it back up like Thor's hammer. Yeah. Try to push their vegan propaganda on you to help adjust your life. Yeah. One time Carter made me coffee. I got sick after I sipped it once or twice. He said, it could have been the manure-fed goat's milk with mushroom spice. Let's go, Carter. I've got a question for you. Are you a go-karter? Like, do you go-karting? Where do you go, Carter? Your whole squad gets stonewashed in cold water. Let's get this slaughter of a show started. The Generals versus the Globetrotters. Homie, there's some shit me and you need to talk about. You look like you got your style off Junior from Problem Child. It's 3 rounds in and he's hardly been mean at all to me. Carter Deems? More like Carter redeeming qualities. How the fuck is Carter someone I could ever win against? It's like basing who won a baseball game off 7th inning stretch. I don't get it, but I'm guessing that you fans might know. So did y'all come to watch the game or the halftime show? It's Carter. I'm not gonna front. I'm pissed, Carter. You never thanked me for donating to your Kickstarter. To get your scooter that new Kickstarter. I heard you the cat god. I'll stigmata your wrist, Carter. We in Toronto, but I'm going Grizzly on them to convince Carter. And as far as Battler of the Year, there's 1 or 2 names mentioned. So I'll be goddamned if I come home to lose Game 7. I stay eating in the bunker like I'm doomsday prepping. Yo, check it. Oh, yeah. I'm rock solid, eyes locked to Medusa. I wish they thought of this sooner. Ball rod boxing Akuma. One shot, lift his spirit like a confidence booster. I'll put 100 bands on it like Lollapalooza. I'm not worried about the pain this man's been through. Online magazine, it ain't a damn issue. You can tell I'm heavyweight the way these hands hit you, so when they knock you back to St. Louis, bitch, take the Rams with you. Boom, exit wound. I know you got nothing left to prove, but if you don't put on for the fans who see they self in you, it's more than just yourself you're being selfish to. And sometimes that's what we get from you. You don't live up to your name's hype. From St. Louis, how come what you pitching isn't Wayne right, you? This cat's gonna meet the people higher. I'll even provide your family with free seats beside you like a frequent flyer. There's a difference between being alive and being a lifer. You were the last thing left on my checklist besides beating Iron before he re-retires. Oh! You remember that time you battled Ilmac? You said, I'll ride up in that Mazda 6. And I'm like, whoa, Verb's about to talk to... Wait, hold up, a Mazda 6? for real? Like, I'm just saying, out of all the whips... out of all the whips that y'all could list, somehow that was one that even made it in your top 2 picks. I mean, what the fuck was going on, dog? The Ford Fiesta was on the fricks? You were getting your Honda fixed? Body kit and a new custom exhaust that fits? Or did you just go to the dealership and right before you bought some shit, you were like, now look, I need something that says, I've got a perm, but I'm not a bitch. But I ain't come to joke around. You know this clown's been broken down, and for my Cali crowd, this is how a closing round's supposed to sound. I'll ride up in any whip you can imagine that's not a Mazda 6. And my optic nerves got disturbed when she shook a dildo in your face and dropped her third. Now, in my opinion, you had 2 options. You either walk off stage or sock that bird. But this shit was crazy. It's the first time I ever saw a verb at a loss for words. The Bay is home. I'm thankful that I made it back to San Ho. I set the standard. This ancient asshole laid a bad example. Now Rambo's aiming at him, then I'm taking back the ammo after I leave top half open like a baby grand piano. Now I'm not saying that I'm a legend and this man's not, but my legend next to his legend is a desert to a sandbox. It's Severn versus Shamrock. I'm heavy with the hands top, stealing on homes. Call me Benny from the Sandlot.
Chill out.
Yo, he issued me a challenge to start throwing down with our fists. But when his face is a fucking mountain like this, how could I miss?
Let's go.
You're one of the oldest friends I ever had, Topper. What? Yo, but I don't mean that like we're hella tight. Like, it's more like you're my grandfather. Like when I first came up in the scene, I thought he was someone who could help me learn more. So I asked him about his first tours, and he told me about the First and Second World Wars. Muay Thai fighter brawl with a right like a white line of raw, the way it's giving you that typewriter jaw.
That's side to side. Let's go.
Now there's a fine line to draw between OG and oh Jesus. You're older than our whole scene is. You've been old school since 03-ish. I offered you a chance, but some cats can't learn. Your brain's a piece of cheese on a string that helps a rat's wheel turn. I'm only here to see if that old Topper gas still burns, so I could send your bitch ass back to Asheville in an ash-filled urn. Time. Yo,
It's 1-1. I can play with.
this is my girl, and I do love her. Every fucking thing you say is true, except her favorite sex position, which is 1,000 feet away from you. Toss up a bet you ain't been served like that since back when there was only 3 venues we were all trying to earn stripes at. And I was anchoring our stars like the Burnside flag. Homie, your shirt size tag says Reverse Lives Dad. Want your head chopped off? Reverse directions. When my high beams flash, it's not all an urban legend. Beyond all that, Beyond all that, what I got off my first impression, the only bands he folds are in his Hot Topic shirt collection. Question, you dying in the first. Matter of fact, I could probably lose my license for this verse. Leave him lying on the curb, then I'ma hop into my ride and let it skirt, get 50 feet, then pull a Suge Knight driving in reverse and drive into reverse. But since you're the first person that I get to serve since, we can turn this to a burnt bridge. If you never wore shit as a wordsmith, just take a rhyme scheme, stretch it like reverse did. I said I was supposed to murk clips. But if he's the first person that I get to serve since, we can turn this to a burnt bridge. If you never wore shit as a wordsmith, take a rhyme scheme, stretch it like reverse did. It works if you're really that trash. It works if you're really that trash. If you become the man up here, they said you took my torch and ran with it. Like I'm supposed to believe that you ran somewhere. You're practically my grandson here. You ain't never been my rival. I've been proud since the day that I conceived you after my second Scribble title. They told me that life's tough. They said reverse has hands though. Bitch, I got a bigger sidekick than the Dirtbag Dan show. You about to see how this death certificate works. So many crosses, the neck will twist and reverse like an exorcism in church. But if there's one thing in life I wish that I could reverse, I would turn back time to before I started writing these words. Before I ever even battled. Before I inspired reverse, I'd stop myself from starting just to make your life even worse. Time.
Make some noise for reverse life!